Alright guys, welcome back. We have another question from the second chapter of Engineering Mechanics Statics by Hibbeler, and in this one we need to determine the magnitude and direction of, the magnitude and direction of the resultant Fr, which is the resultant of these three forces that we see, F1, F2, and F3. And we have a hint at the question that for finding the resultant, we can find first the resultant of F1 and F2, and we're going to call that F prime. And after that, our Fr would be F prime and F3. So basically we pick two of them first, and that's going to give us one vector, and we're going to find the addition of those two vectors at the end. So let's start with the F prime, which is the sum of F1 and F2. So we're going to go with trigonometry. So we're going to find the Fr in here by making that parallelogram here, and this is going to give us the F prime, and we can consider triangle here. We can go with this one for using the law of sines and law of cosines, but before that we are missing some angles here that we need to figure out. So from the question we can find this angle here, which is this angle in there, and that's going to be tangent. We can call the angle maybe alpha, so alpha would be tangent inverse of the opposite over the adjacent, or 3 over 4. Let's see what we get. So tangent inverse of 3 divided by 4, that's going to be 36.87 degrees. And now we have the angle alpha. Because this angle right here is 20 degrees, that means this angle here would be 90 minus 20, or 70. Now we have one of the angles of our parallelogram, because the angle of the parallelogram is basically alpha plus 70 degrees. And if we want to find this angle right here, it's going to be 180 minus that value in here. That's going to give us the angle that we need for using the law of cosine. So if we want to use the law of cosines in order to find the F prime will be, or F prime squared is equal to F1 squared, which is 30 squared plus 20 squared, negative 2 times 30 times 20 times cosine of the angle in there would be this angle that we need to figure out. So 36.87 degrees. So 180 minus 36.87 minus 70 degrees. So that angle would be 73.13 degrees. And that's going to be the angle that we need for law of cosines. So now we can find the F prime. Let's see what we get. So 30 squared plus 20 squared, negative 2 times 20 times 30 times cosine of 73.13. It's pointing here, and yeah, that's going to give us 30.85 newtons. As for the F prime, we should be able to figure out the angle that this also makes in here by using the law of sines. We can call this one maybe beta. So it's the angle of F prime with our x-axis. So we can use the law of sines now. So the law of sines, and we're going to have the sine of that angle, which is alpha plus beta. So sine of alpha, we figured that alpha is 36.87 plus beta over the side that is facing that. So it's going to be F2. So over 20 equals to, we can find sine of 73.13 over the F prime, which is 30.85. So if you just cross multiply this and find the sine inverse, the 36.87 degrees plus beta would be sine inverse of this multiplication. So sine inverse of, we're going to have a ratio on top. We have 20 sine of 73.13 over 30.85. And yeah, that's going to give us 38.35 degrees. And we're going to subtract, if we want to find beta, we have that value negative 36.87. And this is going to give us the angle theta that we are looking for the 75 degrees. All right, now that we have beta, we can move on to the sum of the other two. So now we have the sum of F3 and F. And again, we need to make a parallelogram in here, which will be something like that. And that's going to be our FR. So that angle is beta. The other angle here also is beta, which we found is 1.47 or 1.475 degrees. That's the angle that we have, and we can consider now this triangle, this one, in order to find the. So same thing, we have the parallelogram that we made, and we're going to use the law of cosines again to find the FR. And again, FR squared is equal to basically F prime squared, which was this value. So 30.85 squared plus the F3, which is 50. So 50 squared, negative 2 times 50 times 30.85. Cosine of that angle, that's the angle between F prime and F3. So this is going to be F3. So the angle is 1.475 degrees. So this is going to give us the FR. So basically the square root of negative 2 times 50 times 30.85 times cosine of 1.475. So the FR is going to be 19.2 newtons. And the last step is the angle that it makes. So we can go with the sine of this angle over FR. So sine of 1.47 degrees over the FR we found is 9 point, I just want to give it a little bit more accuracy. So 9.18 here at 19.18. And for the other angle, let's just find this angle, which is basically this angle. So we can call it maybe gamma. Sine of gamma over the side of the triangle that is facing is F prime. So 30.85 newtons, and gamma here would be basically sine inverse of 30.85 times sine of 1.47 divided by 19.18. And yeah, that's going to be 2.36 degrees. What this is going to show us is that the angle is actually going to be very small. So our FR would be something like this. I didn't draw it to this scale, so I didn't draw it properly, so because it's a little bit tiny. So that angle would be here, and what we're going to make is going to be something like this, and this is going to be our triangle. So the angle is this is going to be our FR, and the angle would be 2.36, which was this angle, or this one, 2.36 degrees. Hope everything was clear. In these kind of questions that we have more than two vectors, probably way easier if we just find the x and y components of each and just add up all the x components together, and same for the y. And it will be much easier than this, but just for the sake of practice to see how we can solve this using trigonometry, that's going to be the answer for this. Hope everything was clear. Again, the figure got a little bit messy at the end, but the whole idea is in here. And let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.